Hello, it's me, Clowny. Today we have a new video for you guys. But before we start, I have this little request. If you aren't subscribed already, please consider subscribing to me. We are really close to hitting my goal of halfway to 1K subscribers. So I would really appreciate it if you took the time of your day to hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, back to the video. Okay, so today's video is gonna be about making a random OC out of random pictures I find on Pinterest. Recently there's been this trend of like drawing the first thing you find on Pinterest. Like you search like random shoes and it's like the first thing that pops up, you draw it. I tried to do this traditionally and it turned out not so great. So I was like, maybe I can do this digitally because I am better at digital art. So I thought I could use this method to make an OC. Because in my last video, I promised I would make a video about how I make OCs because I need to learn how to make OCs. I'm not so sure I'm qualified to teach that, but you know what? We're already here. So first thing we're gonna be do is search uh hair random hair and see what pops up. Ooh. Okay, this is the first thing that I saw. Now we're gonna be searching random eyes. Let's see what Ooh! Something popped up. Something popped up, and it's really interesting. Random. Wait. Fuck. Ran- So this isn't really. So this isn't really a skin. I guess it is. It's like white pink. It's more like a makeup look, I guess. It's so Clowny. I'm gonna stop you right there. As you can see by my wings and different shirt, I am Clowny from the future, and I'm here with a message. Um, I ended up not using half the things that that I saved. I'm gonna explain my sketch, and then I'm gonna explain my painting process, but it's completely different than what I was having in mind before. So I ended up starting with something I don't usually start with. I started with the body folds. I usually start from the face, but I ended up like being like, okay, I need to practice on drawing bigger bodies. So I'm gonna start with this because this is the biggest challenge I have in this drawing. Because anything else I already know, but this is something I don't practice enough. So I thought this needs to be addressed first. So I think I did pretty well. I ended up not saving a sketch of the body before I did the other drawings like the face, the hair, and the thing that I have on top secret. Uh, but I think I did pretty good. It doesn't really look exactly like the body type that I saved, which is kind of disappointing. Um, I'm kind of upset on that, but I feel like uh th- at the moment, like at the point that I'm right now, this is as best as it's gonna get because I just need to practice more. So I feel like my next video is definitely going to be drawing bigger bodies, finding some bigger bodies characters and practicing drawing them. That can be a really interesting video for me to make. So I feel like that's gonna be my new video. So after I was done with the body, it was that time to do the face, hair, and clothes. So after I was done with the face and the hair, which was pretty easy, I would say it looks great in my opinion. Um, it was time to do the clothing, and before I started sketching, I realized, hey, I don't really think this character should have any clothes. Um, I don't really like drawing clothes that much. I like when I draw or like fan art, I obviously draw them with clothes. But when I draw my own OCs, my one OC, Clowny Worm, she's usually naked actually, like public indecency. So I thought maybe I could have a little bit play on that because I'll say it here. I just think to me my art style shines more when there's no clothes because I'm not really good at drawing them. So I thought maybe I would play it safe and not do any clothes. So what I ended up doing is thinking, okay, what do I want my OC to be? I kind of had this like vibe in my head of like a creature. I kind of had this like kind of like fae or a fairy or something, or like magical like that. And I thought about how usually they're not clothed. Usually, sometimes like they wear a little dress, but they're usually not clothed because in nature you don't really have clothes. So what I ended up doing is taking this picture of this moth and using it as like a top. Because I'm gonna explain it in like lore reasons. I feel like my character is like a fairy slash fa, and they are fucked up in like the fucked up and evil kind. So they make deals with people, and they steal their souls, and they make butterflies or moths out of their souls, and then they wear them on their chest, like the really precious ones, the really big deals. They wear them on their chest like this. And I think that's like pretty cool. I feel like that's a pretty cool character design. So after I was done with the sketch, this is the final sketch by the way. I was like, okay, what do I do now? I need to paint, but I need to decide my color palette first. Uh, After like looking at my Pinterest board, after I was done Pinterest drawing, I realized that I I forgot that I already had a color palette kinda. So I kinda reinvented my own color palette. I used some random color palettes on Pinterest, and I just kinda mishmashed them into something I liked. So what I ended up doing is having the hair be brown but with a raccoon tail over here. I felt like that kind of gave it like that rebel mismatch um funky style that I was like looking for, because I wanted to have something a little bit more I don't know, something a little bit more exciting about this character in the face department for his face and hair. So the face is actually pretty normal. The eyes are just how I draw eyes. Skin is green for an amazing reason. Uh when I was drawing I was listening to music and I just like spaced out so bad. I was listening to a song I really like. And I looked down after like a couple of minutes and I just realized I painted half of her green, so before I even had like a choice, she was already green. Um, the I feel like my favorite part though is the moth. I kind of tried using this pinkish color, like pink and like purples, and I think it turned out pretty nice. Um, this is like a deal that she made, and then she wears it on her chest. I think it looks pretty good. Good. um, I really like that little thing I did next to her. That's like shows you how tall she is. She's like this tall, like 1 finger tall. Um, and she is very silly. I'm really pleased with how she turns out. Her name is Inara. Inara, I think. I also chose a random name on Pinterest, so I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. I think it's Inara. Um, and I just really love her. I'm really excited to draw more of her. I'm gonna do eventually a challenge drawing my OC for a whole month challenge, because I've never done that. I'm gonna try to draw her for, so that's gonna be next month, because I this month already started. So I'm gonna do drawing her for a whole month every day. I'm excited. Uh, I'm really nervous. But before I do that video, I have how to draw bigger bodies video to get ready for. So we'll be in touch. Bye guys.